Hi, welcome to Southwest Systems. We're just going to run through with you our back office software for hospitality for our VR systems. We do a 15-inch and a 10.4-inch system. The 15-inch is the recommended system. It's a great product, really easy to use, Android-based, great functionality. And what we're going to show you now is the cloud back office software. If it does seem a little blurry on the screen, basically when you get the system it will be clean because we're viewing it through another PC. But just to run through, this is what the interface looks like. There's various add-ons you can have, but I'm going to run through as much as possible. So the cloud back office software we do runs on a web browser. It's very simple to use, very easy. And what we have is basically branches, users, reports, programming, configuration, stock add-on, and time and attendance. That's really the core features. If we just go into branches, you can have more than one branch, so if you've got a multi-branch setup, you can easily view reports under one login. Alternatively, the menus are very different or sparse, or it's a very different business. You can group them or have them separate. Users is the number of cloud back office software logins, so we just need an email. You would create your own individual password, or we provide a password, and from then management, head office, normal staff or no staff can log in however you want to do it. You can have as many users as you want, so there's no limit here. Regarding reports, this is in this area here. You've also got sub areas here, but the main core of the reports is in here. Typically, most customers just use the Sales Z, which is historical date range, or the Sales, which is real time. For instance, in the Sales real time, you've got item sales per branch, item sales by staff or clerk, item sales per shift, hourly sales, item sales per till, and lots of other reports in there. Hourly sales by PLU, so hourly by item, hourly item by staff, so that's a great report for staff incentives. Top 50 sellers, so in here you can run what's popular. So if I do it by volume, I want to say the last 20. You can run a date range or just today and then run that report. All the reports are date rangeable, so you can run any report by any date range, and some of the reports actually have the functionality to, for instance, you can go in and say, actually I want to look at a specific department. So for instance, item sales per branch, so that's item sales reports, items. You can actually specify I want to run a particular date range, so from today till from the 1st of Feb to the 21st of Feb. You can then actually say, right, let's look at I just want to look at our draft. So you can really narrow it down and say, I don't want to look at all the items, I want to look at specific items. And then you can run the report and then it will show you the wet draft. In this case I'm running all of it. So I've got Carlsberg, Guinness, we've sold 4 Guinness, it's £17.40, any discounts that were applied to that item, and the ratio of Guinness sold was 31.84%. And that does it across the whole category, and then at the end it will total the report. Now all the reports can be exported by date range to PDF, Excel and CSV. That's really the most common reports. So if we just look at cash by branch, so that's an end of day. If we look at on here, obviously the end of day you can do on the till systems, but at the same time that will come in here. So this is what a typical end of day looks like. You've got gross, net, you always go by your net, £363. You've got cash in draw, you've got credit card in draw if that's applicable, and then you've got a list of any things that were done, like no sales, so 2 that were done. We normally make that manager controlled. Any item discounts or percentage discounts. Again, with the discounts we can do staff discounts, complimentary, so free items. We can do members discounts, any particular thing you want. It will then list the departments, so draft, white wines, vodkas, starters, mains, then any other information. So you can print that to A4, or all the reports you can save to PDF, which will come in the bottom left here. You just need Adobe Acrobat, which is a free download. It's a PDF viewer, and you can save it, email it. Or you can basically download it to XLS, and XLS is Excel. As long as you've got a licensed copy of Excel on your PC, you'll be able to run it in Excel. So this is cash by branch. And again, I'm just literally touching the button, Excel, and now that's putting in Excel and running the report. Some customers can basically just download the report and then create a master spreadsheet and import that into their database. If you're using an account software, then you just need to create sort of like a middle database. So you just want to format it so the data goes in a middle database, which then you can convert that output that you can then import into your account software. Any IT person can do that for you. So other reports we can do is like void reason reports. 7-day cash by till is a very good report. What that does is you basically put 7 days on one report, and that's a really nice report to view for accounts, and that's quite a popular report. We can also do the same as well with a monthly. So in the 7 days, it's all in a landscape view. It's great for meetings, etc. And you can zoom in and look at the net sales, cash, etc. But we do also have a 30-day, so a 30-day report, which is a monthly cash sales by branch, and that puts all the data for multi-branches or a single branch on one page. And we find that this is also very popular. So today is the 21st of Feb, it's saying day 21. It will just detail for each day on one report, and you can export that to Excel, PDF, CSV, whatever you need. In terms of other things, we also have our own electronic journal. So if you've got a particular issue with a member of staff, you can basically run that date range, you can filter it by date, and you can then assess the journal and what's going on. So if there's any data in there, it will display that, and you can look at, for instance, voids by cashier, who's doing discounts, and it's all itemized for each transaction. Cross branch is a new feature we've got for multi-branches, so you can look at sales by branch, sales comparison by branch, financial 7 days, and it's really like integrating the reports for a multi-branch. Obviously with a multi-branch, you can ideally need to have the same sort of menu setup or product setup, but there is other features in there you can run to look at data. The crux of the setup of actual programming is done in here, programming. So you've got your groups, which is your top level category. In this case, this is wet and dry. You've then got the departments, which is in here. So the departments is your buttons. So you've got draft, bottled cider, white wines, red wines. In the departments, you then have your products, which is the PLU. So PLU is in here. So you choose, say, draft, Carlsberg. When you select Carlsberg, it then says price 370. It's a draft item, so if you put it in the draft, it will appear on the screen in the draft. You've got the option of a priced item, an open priced item, or a food item. If you have a food item that's set as to a food parameter, it will go to the kitchen printer. All hospitality items pretty much are 20%, unless you're a cafe or coffee shop. I think it's cold takeaway, which might be 0. You've then got the options of colours and other things. And depending on the type of business, you've also got price shifts, so you can do the takeaway, which is a cheaper price, which can be non-taxable, or sometimes for bars, pubs, members, social clubs, you have like half pint, which you press half and then it moves the price to the cheaper price. So this might be 180, and depending on how you're doing this, we'd set up the setup for that. Now I'll come on to stock, and a stock is an add-on, but stock is part of in here. If you basically convert it to a stock item, the stock is quite a big module. Some customers go for it, some don't, but I'll explain that now. The stock is done in here. So when you convert an item to stock, you then get this stock add-on set up here. So stock has orders, which is purchase ordering with suppliers. You've also got the ability to waste items. You've got the ability to transfer items with inter-branch transfer. Suppliers, where you set up your suppliers initially. The stock take procedure. The stock period reporting, and any ingredients or unit conversions. So what I've done for simplicity, we can do as many unit conversions as you want. I've done an 11-gallon keg, which is 88 pints and 11 gallon, but it can be anything. It could be 70 cl, it could be 1.5 litre, it could be any options that you get in hospitality. And ingredients is for more complex stuff when you do like a cocktail. So it's like 100 ml of juice, 25 ml shot of rum, 25 ml of vodka, and that can be all linked to one main stock item. The most common thing is cocktails, obviously. So to do that, what you need to do is you first need to go stock and create a supplier. And I've created Cause supplier in here. You can have a contact in here, Jake. You can give a lead time, which is 2 days. You use sales over a particular date range. So you can just put any detail you want in here, a phone number, address, enabled. Once you've created the supplier, you then need to link the item, so you need to convert the item to stock. Now what I've already done is for our draft Carlsberg, I've already created that and converted it to stock. So if I go draft and if I go Carlsberg and if I go stock inquiry, you can see in here it's linked to the default supplier Cause. At the moment the keg, which is a 11-gallon keg, is £135 cost price ex VAT. You can have up to 3 suppliers linked to one stock item. So I've bought in 88 down here, I've calculated stock is 88, and at the moment I've spent £135 on that. Now to view that report as an actual report, you would go into reports and then you would go stock in your branch and then you would go stock values here. So when you have this and run this stock report, which again, as I said, all the reports can be saved to PDF, Excel, CSV. It says there's 88 pints in here, unit cost is £1.53, etc. So when we sell a pint of Carlsberg on the till in that branch, within a few seconds that will be taken off the cloud and it will go from 88 to 87. Now if we need to order more stock, we go into ordering. We then say we're going to add an order. The supplier we've got is Cause. Now we can either use a blank minimum maximum, which means you order up to your maximum and when it reaches minimum it will tell you what to order, or we can use a template. Now what I've done is I've set up Cause a regular order, and this will, for this supplier, list all the main items that we order regularly, which is a great time-saving feature. Now Cause have informed me that this has gone up to from £135 to £138. So I'm going to order another keg. So we've got 88 pints, we're going to order another 88 pints, so that's going to be 176 pints in total. Now when you order it, you can print the order out here, so it will say the order, the stock order with the supplier name and the delivery address when you enter that. You can put a supplier reference against each item. So when you're happy with that, when the delivery note comes in, you check the delivery note against the goods that have come in, you receive the order. Now in this case, I've checked there's one keg come in, I complete the order document. Now if it was short, you can actually write comments in here saying short 1 box of something, or 1 box of crisps, or we're short a keg, or keg damage, they're going to send me another one. So you can leave notes for every order. Now when you confirm that order, you'll see this box here has said received. Now that has gone immediately into stock. So when we actually, if you want to check the actual product, if we go into that draft Carlsberg and then we go stock inquiry again, you'll now see there's 176 pints available and the cost price. You can also, again, like we did before, run that report, that stock inquiry report, and then it will tell you what the total stock value is in real time. And that's across a single branch or a multi-branch. So there's 11 gallon, 176. Now in the stock, when you do run the reports, you also get access to stock movement, which also looks at your adjustments. So stock movement will run the report and show you any wastages done, sales, transfers and adjustments. So when you do a stock take, say we counted this now and there was 175 pints and one was missing, the adjustment would say 1. So it would let you know that it's missing when doing a stock take. Order history tells you what you've ordered. So again, you'll see that in the supply area, but this is the 2 orders I've done today, which amounts to the 176 pints available. You've also got a stock reorder area, which will tell you when you're short, stock take history, and the summary of goods received. So everything is archived on here, everything is saved, every management button press is logged, and it's very easy to use, and it's very comprehensive. Other things we do, we can also do, this is more of a programming, but you've got void reasons that can be added on here easily. VAT rates can be catered for, 20%, 0, or other VAT rates. We can also alter the report characters, and we can also do time schedulers. So say you wanted happy hour to go for a cheaper price, we can set a price shift, or we can do it as a department on there, like Wednesday happy hour as a button on there on the till. There's other things, events, budget, and other general features. And then within the main programming, we've also got staff. So if a member of staff leaves, you can just change the name, and it's very easy to do. So if Adam leaves with their key linked, you just change this to Jay. Jay's now going to be taken over as manager. It's as simple as that. Once you've made the changes, you then do what's called a prepare data for sending, and that sends all the data down to the tills, and then you do what's called an open on each till, and that will pull the data. This process takes about 20 seconds here. What's really good about our system is you can actually prepare the data before you trade, or you can do it in the evening and then do it in the morning, or however you want to do it. Set menus is another pub restaurant feature, so that can be how cooked, it can be steak options, sauces, 1 course, 2 course, 3 courses, lunch starters. We can do so many combinations here, and it's very easy to do. Other keyboard adjustments, order characters. So order characters, starters, mains, desserts, if you want that on a kitchen print, item classifications, and other features we can do. We also cater for large chains and corporate customers, so if you did want other features, we can do that for you. We can also do link to pump pouring, cellar stuff. We can also do various other customizations. So if you do need that, just let us know, and we can set that for you. And this is our 2018 latest software, and every quarter we're constantly adding new features, new reports, so it's getting upgraded very quickly, and if you need more features, they will be available at a later date. But the system can do a lot of reports. One other thing that I haven't mentioned is time and attendance as an add-on, but again, you have your list of employees, you can run the number of hours and minutes done by each staff member, and then in the employees area you can create jobs, so we can create a manager job, a server job, we can even create jobs that are not for people on the till, so if you have a cleaner and you want to record their time and attendance, you can do that. And then you literally just add the employees in here and their PIN number, their job, and we can also do rate of pay. So say you wanted to add pay as well, that would be logged on the reports, as well as all their data and other things. That's the majority of the system. If you've got any questions, drop me an email to info@southwestsystemsuk.com, or just chat to us, or whatever. We can run through your requirements, and also if you need a formal quotation, we can do that for you. The system has had a lot of development over the years, and we can do pretty much anything for hospitality. Thank you very much for your time.